Here comes Israel, down to the promised land. They have chosen a special leader, his name's Joshua. He is leading and proceeding Israel to the fight. They'll get prepared to fall and stare, 'cause Israel comes tonight. Here comes Israel, right outside your walls. Spies have come in and reported Israel will prevail. To prepare for their warfare, they ate a Passover meal. So the Lord in turn rewarded them for their obedience. Here comes Israel, learning from their mistakes. Tired and reckless, they have been fighting for their land. For they have lost faith in their God, so times are frightful and dire. So they came back and prayed to God, so he would take them back. You know Othniel, Edad, Shamgar, and Tola, Jor, and Isban, Elon, and Abdon. But do you recall the most famous judges of all? Deborah is one of them. She's known for her guidance. She advised General Barak to enter in the holy war. Then comes Gideon, he was great, but he did not think so. God in turn sent an angel to give him courage to lead. Then he bounced back with courage, leading them to victory. But Gideon turned away from God, so he punished his family. Jephthah then stepped in. He was leading by example. After winning the battle, he sacrificed his own daughter. Samson is the next great judge. He had very long hair, and if you ever fought him, you would say it gave him strength. Samson fought off the Philistines, who gave the country of Palestine its name. Though he was a hero then, he was not always one. He had many personal failings that led him to suffering. Then Israel came to darkness, as the nation came to darkness. They have fallen apart. It was time for a new chapter as a monarchy. Looking back on Israel, they have repeated many times. They have followed a cycle of apostasy. Their first stage is simple, they just worshipped pagan gods. God forbade this unspoken deed, and he planned for their punishment. The second stage is always the same, and you'll hear God will hand them over to their enemies, so they'll learn a lesson. Looking back on Israel, they repeated many times. They followed a cycle of apostasy. The third stage is just them crying out in pain. They have learned in God to save them in pity. The fourth stage is God all loving when he hears his people crying for him, so he sends a judge to save them. Looking back on Israel, they repeated many times. They followed a cycle of apostasy. The fifth and final stage happens when the judge dies. The cycle just repeats itself without a final thought.